Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my Patreon supporters, Frank Wilson. Thanks for your support. Now, I just woke up on the West Coast here, and of course, Scott and his live stream just finished a little while ago on the Another Eden Global channel. Make sure you catch that on the replay if you didn't already join it on the live stream itself. Of course, it was a little bit too early for me to join. But that being said, I woke up this morning to a nice little notice and a nice little surprise. This is something very different. Now, normally Scott, when he does his live stream, we usually have the notice update that evening and then the update the following evening. But it looks like we have a rushed update such that the patch notes came out this morning, right after the live stream, and we're going to have a surprise update tonight. So it does say November 9th, 2022, but for those in, I guess in North America, that should happen tonight, around 12 hours from now. Now, of course, with iOS, we may get it a little bit earlier, however, not guaranteed, of course. Now, that being said, 2.14.100 Wanderer in the Vortex, the King of Nevermore. So, as you can see from the picture, we do have a new featured unit, and this is a new chapter in the Apocrypha series. Really excited for this. Obviously, you do have to finish the original prologue. That doesn't mean you have to finish the first two chapters. There's just a prologue that introduces you to the, shall I say, the main characters involved in the Apocrypha. And of course, you do have to update to 2.14.100. Now, that being said, Claude is our newest unit. And that being said, I was going to say that this should be an in-app, this should be an App Store update actually, either Play Store or App Store. So make sure you load that up before starting this. Now that being said, Claude is our newest slash zone setter. He VCs in and sets slash zone. However, he can actually set different zones depending on how he interacts with the different units on your team, and more on that in a little bit. So what Claude offers is not only VCing in a zone, he has a move called Empathy, and it replaces the basic attack at the start of battle. So instead of his normal slash, he's going to be able to give one ally the Empathy buff and also restores full HP and MP. When he does Empathy on a certain target, it increases both Claude and the target's max HP and MP to the sum of both characters. So what I assume that means is, for example, say Claude has 3,000 HP and 3,000 MP, and your target unit has 4,000 HP and 4,000 MP. Each of those two units will now have 7,000 of each. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that is how I'm looking at it the way it's described. That being said, that's going to interact very well with certain units that obviously increase damage with more HP or more MP. For example, Magic Zone units with Mental Focus, or some units like Garam, where increased HP can increase damage, and so on and so forth. Not only that, Claude has the ability to inflict break, has the ability to do triple debuff power, int, and speed down 30%. Has the ability to give a shield at the same time, physical resist up 30. And nice little boost here, sword, axe, katana damage 50% up, crit damage up 100%. So this is the first unit that gives 100% or double crit damage up. Not crit rate, crit damage up. And from what I understand, crit damage has no cap. That is, most buffs have a cap of 100%. For example, if you go int up, even with diminishing returns and multiple stacks, you can only get up to 100% boost. With crit damage up, you can get multiple stacks. So you can stack 100, you can stack 50, you can stack another 50, and it builds and builds and builds, which is an extremely powerful buff. That is awesome. Now, a lot of these moves do interact with the Empathy. So for example, say you put Empathy on a Pierce unit, then the weapon buff instead of sword, axe, and katana should be all pierce units instead. So this one is slash because he's a, normally a slash unit. However, he will change the whole buffs according to who he decides to put Empathy on. He does have his other move, which does type attack 50% up, guaranteed crit rate for 100% up, and applies chain hits on all party members as well. Now, for those who already have, I think ES Suzette is the other unit that has this. And so if you hit multiple hits, it basically boosts damage on that. But again, haven't used ES Suzette, so can't say the effectiveness of it. What that just means is more hits equals more damage from what I understand. And finally, his Earth slash AoE times 3XL heals 50% HP for your entire team, status recovery, and boosts power, speed, int, 30% stackable up to 75%. So 30, 15, 15, 15, and can awaken zone. So it looks like his damage multipliers are very low, but if you can listen to his buffs and the ability to be very flexible with changing, I guess, affecting zones depending on how you want to do it, that can do very, very well. Now, don't forget that I didn't mention this earlier. Even though he doesn't, he has to VC into established zone, he also does have a preemptive move, kind of like Alter Xion, where you can actually do it in the front line that deploys zones. So, if you want to start him on the front line, you can apply his empathy buff on whatever zone unit that you want to change the kind of weapon type to, and then the second turn you can do the preemptive zone deploy. Also on first turn AFs, you can also do the same thing, although you do waste a little bit of AF bar charging. So very, very interesting unit. Not sure how effective this will be in today's meta, but I will say very, very interesting nonetheless. All right. So, of course, I'll cover the my thoughts on the unit once I kind of think about it a little bit more and do the Should You Summon video tonight. Now, that being said, Chapter 3, Apocrypha will be there. New maps. When they say another dungeon, this is going to be very similar to the second chapter of the Apocrypha, the Fatum Argentori. It won't be a new dungeon, but it'll be a new subset within the dungeon. So you'll go back to that mysterious vortex, and instead of choosing the first two areas, you can explore the third one, farming new materials to upgrade those defensives against the newest super boss, which I will assume will be released after you complete Chapter 3. And of course, new banners. The free one, which is going to be the Claude ES. I'm not sure who he's going to be paired with, so we'll have to see the value of that. And of course, the Faithful, if you're going to 3 times max that, depending on how much you want ES Claude. Now, this ally encounter is something I don't think Japan had. This is very, very interesting. Ally encounter weapon resonance series. I'm assuming this is free because there's a paid one underneath. So 6 units, that means each of them will have a 0.6% chance of getting the 5-star. No other 5-stars available, so you can't off-banner another 5-star. However, you can spook with the 4.5 with all the other units up to 2 banners from the game. So you can still off-banner a 4.5. Eva, for example, Flam. Oh no, Flam is 5-star here. You can still off-banner, for example, a Xion, which you can upgrade to Alter, or even the Almas of the World. But yeah, that's very interesting. Radius AS, Mysterious, Milsha AS, Daisy, Flam, and Odaha. Okay, and of course, same units are featured in the paid one, except that you're guaranteed one of the 6. So if you're aiming for a Flam, for example, and for those who have been following Japan, spoiler alert, there are new ASs out there, and that is a 1 in 6 chance of getting a Flam. Not as great as paid Star Dream, but you might save your Star Dream for something else. And if you have already finished Fatum Argentori, now you can replay the storyline. However, I don't think it helps you with the maps, so that's very unfortunate. Okay, for our vaunted, I guess, depending, Paulo, who is a very active user on both the Discord as well as the subreddit. There is a matching set for you. Iska's matching set. He is the founding member of the Church of Iska. that just means he really, really, really likes Iska, and there are a lot of followers of the Church of Iska. So, hey, you can now dress your cat to match the very pretty IDA slash COA agent. That's pretty good. And since I already logged in this morning, we already get a bonus, 50 chronostones starting from today for another, well, 2 and a bit weeks. I'll take that because that means, 30 extra stones times 14 days, extra 400 stones. We are going to be poor. These units, these banners, that's going to be painful. But for everybody who likes to grind keys and who doesn't like to grind keys, extra everything, extra green, extra red, extra bold posts, so you can really catch up on those old battle simulators. You can catch up on grinding more light and shadow, and of course even some of the underworld and Garalia dungeons. You can get shadow, you can get Grasta ores, and so on and so forth. That is awesome. I always welcome extra keys, although I know some of you don't like burning keys for free-to-plays or people who want to min-max their units. This is a great way to get some free stuff there. Now finally, you can buy some discounted Chronostones packages. You can get each one twice, so you can stock up now or just buy one of each and see how it goes luck-wise. And you can start the new Apocrypha and get 50 stones instead of 10. Okay, so I am hoping that when we do play this, we don't have that glitch with the second Apocrypha where it just kind of died and we have to reacquire data. So I'm praying and hoping that this one works out well. And for those who care, I'm going to try to live stream this one tonight. If it works out well and the iOS drops early, about 10 hours from now, I will do it right after work. So that would be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10 hours from now. If the update comes early, I'll be able to do that. If not, unfortunately, I'll have to go home and help the family with food, and so that will not be live stream. That will just be a regular video upload. Okay, anyways, lots of information to digest. I still have to catch the live stream replay from Scott, so let me know in the comments below what you think of the new unit. If you're going to add ES Claude to your team. If you already have Claude and you're planning to side grade, your thoughts on the newest banner that features AS Radius, Flam, and so on and so forth. Yeah, this one should be also a very, very long chapter. So I'm assuming in the 3 to 4 hour range like last time. Anyways, good luck on all who are summoning. Good luck on the update, and we should have a little bit of fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.